Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mountaineers will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Kansas offense takes the field. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
And here comes the offense on second down. On the run, it's Neal. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense will have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And this is a defense that prides themselves on their ability to go sideline to sideline. It's going to be tough for this offense to go QB option in this game. And you just saw the speed of the defense right there getting a big stop.
They're trying to get to it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help short. Plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Jayhawks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So West Virginia's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. Have to play well.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, and another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Slips away, and the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
That makes the score Kansas 3, West Virginia 0.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He unleashes a long one. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Daniels. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is how you set the tone. First and goal, the offense set up a great position. Nice job rushing the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, getting him in the ground, and now getting him in a second down and long situation.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Might be looking to run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So
nothing but green ahead. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And the Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On the return, it's Farmer. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Looking for a crease. It's Neal. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. Running it back, it's Farmer. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last. He's going to fire deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They go right back to him. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
His eyes downfield. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Daniels. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Getting some heat. Gets away. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Running it back, it's Farmer. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find pocket.
And he's got it! Touchdown, West Virginia! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Gets it out fast. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Dances away to buy time. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Jayhawks decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now on the counter. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going for a big play downfield. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Daniels. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah.
He's going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on third down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Green. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. I create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with a target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop, and still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
The Mountaineers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He lobs one high down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And what a big play here in the return. Takes it back inside the 25.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
And off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To throw, it's Green. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Snap in the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boat.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Daniels. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Makes a connection. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He's got the tight end. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking for room. It's Neal. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Farmer. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't...
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's got an open man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. The back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last. Going for it all. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense and defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Gonna run it. It's Donaldson.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
From the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Daniels. Trying to get to him. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Mountaineers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over New Mexico State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. Takes the handoff. It's Neal. Across the 25. He's got room. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps it going. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, West Virginia. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put up.
so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks.
Going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Certainly not the greatest of kicks there, and they'll down it inside their own 40. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. To the air, it's Daniels. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And they sniff that draw out. With the draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground, quick, fast.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The punt is headed out of bounds, and that is good news when you have someone as dangerous as he is returning. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Bulls his way forward. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Trying to get behind the defense. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are
lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the Jayhawks racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking for a block. It's Farmer. Cover 8-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Morgantown. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He gets a block, and they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball.
He's going for the big play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak.
Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1.
Offense facing 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They move the tight end all over, trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Runs through a tackle, and he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man all by himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia Southern. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, it Didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. That is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Movement here from the tight end. Might as well give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
West Virginia.
They'll go to the counter play. Keeps the legs moving. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Right back to the well. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the
Touchdown, West Virginia! And the punishment has been extended. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I'm going to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside the 25. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Power football with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
It's a draw. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touch? And it's his 4th interception of the game. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
West Virginia, 91. Kansas, 13.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Farmer. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Well,
big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get level.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Running with power. And the Mountaineers get the first down.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance. And that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He fires one deep over the middle. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. Looking to throw, it's Green. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on first down. It's quick completion to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're facing a third down.
Third down coming.
They want to throw it. Skips away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I block.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. Defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man, when you can get a beat and understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big play, and now you put them behind the sticks, and the advantage goes big time to the defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
First down.
And the Mountaineers are marching down the field. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. First snap in the red zone on this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Fights off a defender. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the stomping has commenced.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And the Kansas offense will take over.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to throw, it's Marshall. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the pummeling has started.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team.
And the Kansas
in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pressure coming. Turns it loose deep. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. Sound strategy here to try to punt it away from that return guy. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, West Virginia. And the route is on.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll give it to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Marshall. He makes the connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It's complete on the right side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Open space at the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Hands it off. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Mountaineers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Might as well stick with him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ballgame with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So,
touchdown, Mountaineers! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Getting set for the point after. They fake it, goes to the tight end. He's not going to make it, stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Jayhawks will call on their punt team.
On to kick it away.
Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Eastern Michigan delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the MAC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ypsilanti. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for his own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook.
Let's go!
On the ground, it's Donaldson. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the...
Touchdown, West Virginia! And the stomping has commenced. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
And he smashes his way through again. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. As he goes down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines from the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
That's reeled in. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Then just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quarterback on the move, still looking.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're bringing heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the running back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first.
Imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Second and goal for this offense. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Tulane notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from New Orleans is worth its weight in gold to the Green Wave. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Now adjusting. He's going to run it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. He'll get it away and wisely kick it toward the sideline. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
West Virginia.
They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Runs through the tackle. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to the ground with the running back. Lowers those pads. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And the Mountaineers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get 1st downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up 1st downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that we're working on. Not a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Got his man quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to throw it again. Moving away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for
Wants to throw on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire now on second down. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Extending the play. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to take off. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.